Well, the weather is getting warmer. Trees and flowers are budding. The grass is growing. It's beautiful, right? Well, not for allergy sufferers. Spring is horrible. In our Your Health Matters report, we are talking with Dr. Rachel Haley, and she is a primary care physician for HCA Midwest Health and at Lee Summit. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Let's just dive right into it. Allergy season, spring.
It's here.
That's a tough one. What is going on with people? What's happening? I know sneezing and all that. What's going on?
It's here, and it's so common. A lot of people don't realize how common allergies are, and it's estimated that this year alone, more than 35 million Americans are going to suffer from seasonal allergies or hay fever. And you may ask, why does that happen? And it's because of where we're located. We're in the Kansas City area, smack dab in the middle. We get pollen blowing in from northeast, south, and west, and people are suffering tremendously.
And so there's the sneezing, and the trick is, how do we distinguish between a cold versus allergies? That's the thing. Some people think, am I having a cold? What's going on?
That's a great question. We're still on the tail end of the cold season, so they have a lot of common symptoms. So you can get the congestion, the runny nose, the fatigue, the sore throat, but there are a lot of differences too. Colds are caused by viruses, and allergies are caused by an immune response to a triggering substance like an allergen. But there are things you can do, you can look at to know the difference. Colds often come with fever. Allergies don't. Allergy sufferers often have the itchy, runny, watery eyes, and colds don't often have that. But a big difference is duration of symptoms. So colds typically are done after 2 weeks, but allergies can go on, especially if you're continually exposed to that allergic trigger.
All right, good to know. Now, so how do we treat it? What do we do? Do we just go with the over-the-counter? When do we need to go in and see a specialist?
Good questions. So a lot of people just sniff and sneeze their way through the season. If that works for you, that's fine. But if you are miserable, there are a lot of things that we can do. First off, we recommend starting with an over-the-counter nasal steroid spray, like Flonase or Nasonex, Nasacort. Any of the generics are fine. The next step are the antihistamines and decongestants. We usually recommend the non-sedating ones, like Claritin, Zyrtec, Allegra. The generics are fine. Those are the antihistamines. They help with the runny eyes, the runny nose, the sneezing, the itching. So the decongestants, and this is where people get confused, those are the D versions, the Allegra D, the Zyrtec D, the Claritin D. And those are stimulants, so you got to be a little more careful with those. But those help with the full head, the congested sinuses, the ear pressure. But as stimulants, they can raise your blood pressure. They can affect your sleep, make you feel nervous and jittery. So if you have blood pressure, those are good questions to ask your physician whether those are right for you. And then depending on if you have respiratory symptoms, we can do inhalers, and then allergy shots for those that are just completely miserable. Yeah. But the way I tell folks, if they're ready for them, are you ready for a weekly shot for what could be years? And if you're not quite ready for that, then we stick with the over-the-counter products.
Wow. Yeah. All good information. Thanks so much for coming and sharing and for helping us not have to suffer through allergy season. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.